I've been falsely accused of sexual assault before, but I've also been sexually assaulted, so I guess it evens out. This is a horrible intro. It's no secret that the hashtag MeToo movement and feminism in general have faced intense backlash. One of the most common arguments against them is the idea that women are frequently lying about sexual assault or harassment in order to ruin innocent men's lives. While false allegations do happen and are unquestionably devastating, they are far rarer than actual sexual violence. The exaggerated panic over false claims often drowns out the realities that assault and rape are shockingly common, and that most survivors never even come forward. It's often a difficult crime to gain evidence for and get an accurate testimony of, and even when rapists are convicted, it can be slaps on the wrist. A common recent talking point is also against the slogan of "Believe all women," which has been bastardized by anti-feminists and misogynists. So let's hear what "Believe all women" actually means from the creator of MeToo, Tarana Burke.
The reason why we say believe survivors, and what that means is start from the premise that survivors are telling the truth. Because for years, when survivors came forward, we were not believed. And if you start with the premise that survivors are telling the truth, that means that you will investigate thoroughly, right? And you will start and you will give them the space that you give a person that you believe, right? It doesn't even mean to diminish the other person and demonize the other person. It means take me seriously. Believe me and take me seriously. That's what survivors are looking for when they say believe me.
You see, Me Too was never about blindly accepting every accusation as fact. It was about finally listening to survivors instead of dismissing them outright. Yet misogynists have warped believe women into a straw man, pretending it means never question any allegation, when in reality it just means take accusations seriously and investigate them fairly. This distortion isn't accidental either. Reactionaries used exaggerated fears of false allegations to radicalize men, painting feminism as a man-hating witch hunt. They'll tell you that if you go to the gym and accidentally steal a glance at a woman's body, that you're going to be plastered on the internet with false allegations. Does it happen? Yes. Does it happen as commonly as these guys think? No, not really. Or if you go up to a girl and ask for a number, or say she looks pretty, or compliment her perfume, that she'll file a police report for sexual harassment. The real epidemic isn't false claims, it's the fact that most predators never face consequences. By turning Me Too into a boogeyman, misogynists push men towards paranoia and anti-feminist rage. But justice isn't about picking sides, it's about facts. And the facts show that believing survivors enough to investigate isn't oppression of men. It's basic decency. The backlash isn't about protecting innocence, but more so about protecting the status quo, where men are assumed honest and women are assumed as hysterical and promiscuous. We can demand due process without fueling a moral panic that silences victims all over again. I mean, it seems like every week a famous man is accused, and instead of people waiting for the facts to come out, they just immediately default to "that bitch is lying, she wants to ruin his life." And I also agree that on the opposite end of the spectrum, we can't just immediately witch hunt anybody with allegations. I was a person with one, but come on. Come on. Do you see this shit? Come on. For example, Johnny Depp's legal battles with Amber Heard became a cultural flashpoint, with millions rushing to defend him not really based on evidence, but because they adore Johnny Depp himself. Yeah, and before I get comments, yeah, these women are also fucking weird. Like, you don't know this guy personally. But anyway, and even more fuel was added to the fire when the infamous Amber Heard tape came out.
Well, Johnny, tell them Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and yes. It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
It doesn't matter if it's a fair fight.
Exactly, because you're bigger and you're stronger. And so when I say that I thought you could kill me,
the internet painted Heard as a scheming liar while ignoring Depp's long history of violent behavior, substance abuse, and even prior allegations. I mean, he even dated a 17-year-old Winona Ryder when he was 26, which is sus in itself.
You're a victim. There we go, CSI.
Winona also said in another interview that a movie scene reminded her of her first boyfriend breaking everything. And it seems like people focus on the quote of Amber Heard talking about men coming out about abuse, but they ignore the text messages where he said he wanted to rape her burnt corpse.
You said, "I will fuck her burnt corpse afterwards to make sure she is dead." That's what you said that you would do after you burned her and after you drowned her. Did I read that right?
You certainly did, yes.
And you wrote that about the woman who would later become your wife.
Yes, I did.
Very convenient. Yet when Heard came forward, fans and even some social media outlets dismissed all of it, clinging to Depp's charming persona instead of the facts. The UK court, which ruled that Depp was a wife beater in 12 of the 14 alleged incidents, was ignored. The same people who demand evidence for abuse allegations suddenly don't care when it contradicts their narrative. When it's a beloved enough person, all their evidence and previous history goes out the window in favor of having a spectacle and defending them. If it really was about getting to the bottom of abuse and treating it like a serious case, we wouldn't have funniest moments of the Depp Heard trials. In contrast, take the recent controversy about CoryXKenshin, a popular family-friendly YouTuber who had an ex speak out about him.
I dated CoryXKenshin, and he hurt me really bad.
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry, I just got this fetish that I do, you know. I didn't hurt you, you're good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Don't worry about it.
Cory?
Yeah.
Cory, what did you do?
You know. Look, there's camera on my face, I didn't do anything.
Now that's a crazy clip, I'm not gonna lie, and it probably wasn't smart of him to say that on camera even if he was joking. However, once this vid dropped along with her post, the internet went insane with people either saying they always knew he was a closeted rapist or that she was lying for clout. At the time of this recording, his ex said that he never SA'd her and that he was basically just a super shitty boyfriend, so all the outrage and parasocial behaviors were basically making a mountain out of a molehill before more evidence came out. Was it a very weird and tone-deaf thing to joke about? Yeah, that's not too bad of a take to have on it. And although Cory has been, to my understanding of the situation, absolved of the most heinous accusations, parasocial relationships with celebrities really do mess with how we see justice, especially when it comes to handling allegations of abuse or misconduct. When fans feel like they know a famous person because they followed their career, laughed at their tweets, or binge watched their interviews, they often jump to defend them, even against serious accusations. And let's not forget the guys who say stuff like, it's only assault if the guy's broke or ugly. That kind of thinking just shields predators and shames victims into silence. And most of the time, these guys are projecting because if they were SA'd, they wouldn't report it. Like when they see a female teacher get arrested for raping a student and they go, I wish that was me, where were these teachers when I was a kid? At the end of the day, whether it's a celebrity scandal or something happening in our own circles, we've got to stop letting fame, fandom, or stupid stereotypes decide who deserves to be believed. False allegations are horrible, they harm the accused and make it harder for real survivors to be believed, but they're not an epidemic sexual violence is. The MeToo movement isn't about hating men or blindly accepting every accusation, it's about finally listening to survivors who have been silenced for too long. Instead of fearing feminism, we should fear a world where victims stay silent because they know they won't be heard. And I'll make sure to timestamp this part, but before you comment that I'm pandering, my biggest video on this channel that has 1 million views is literally about my experience and how men's sexual assault isn't taken seriously. If I really wanted to pander, I'd just keep making those videos, or I'd post an edit like this.
A man is only loved under the condition that he provides something. Okay? I've never heard a woman in my life say, you know, after he got laid off, we got so much closer.
But anyways, take it from me. But as a quick anecdote, in high school I was talking to a girl and one night we went to a party. There was drinking and she drank more than me, but even high school me knew that alcohol and consent didn't mix. I basically babysat her the whole night with a mutual female friend and nothing happened, but over the next few days rumors floated around that I purposefully made out with her and got her drunk, basically taking advantage of her. It turned out to be her brother who spread the rumor, and luckily I had witnesses and the girl herself said that I didn't do anything with her that night. However, in those days, it really wasn't a good feeling having everybody think that about me, especially when said mutual friend that I was with the whole night said the red pillar's most dreaded phrase. Well, I wasn't with you guys all night, so I can't say I won't believe her. Now, of course, this could have been my anti-feminist villain origin story, but luckily I grew up with great female friends, and unfortunately, I had to learn firsthand how many genuine sexual crimes occur to loved ones or friend of friends, or even what I see in person of women. And of course this isn't a gendered issue as a whole, but the fear-mongering about it is. Overall, the truth is that we have far more to lose as a society by ignoring real assaults and immediately not believing the people who speak out than by overestimating and constantly fear-mongering false ones. Justice should be about facts and deliberation, not fear, and the facts show that believing survivors isn't just the right thing to do, it's the statistically reasonable one. And also, as a closing note, because I doubt the people that are commenting this are going to even get this far, false accusations are a crime. Slander, libel, obstruction of justice, they are a crime. Most of these false accusations people fear don't go to court, but it is a crime. Some dudes just choose not to press charges. So, yeah. Anyways, if you guys liked this video and got this far, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I have another video coming out soon that you guys will like. And, yeah, until next time, I will see you guys, and stay safe.